Look, I think in any of those kind of packaged thinking about evangelism, you've got to constantly do an assessment of cost and benefit. In fact, almost all the things we do is cost-benefit analysis. So you've got to be aware of the cost of anything you do to your ministries, to your church life, and what benefits you gain. Because the fact is, in a church plant, you've got limited resources. We feel the limitations of resources. You can't just do everything. You've got to make choices. And our desire in church here at EV is to keep things simple. We don't want people kind of running off doing 100 things. We want them focused. And so we're always working hard to only do those things that give us significant benefit. So cost benefit, you've got to understand the cost side. Cost always includes three things: people, time, money. And so if you're going to run a course on marriage or parenting, what's the cost? How many hours is it going to take up of your people's time? How much money will it involve? How much airspace will it require in your church's life to make it work?
That's an interesting point. So you mean promotion within the church community itself is going to be required, and you've got to decide how much of that you're going to allocate.
Totally. If I've talked in other contexts about various plans that you need to have in place for church life. If you're going to make the core plans work, you've got to give them airtime. And so if you add anything else into the precious space of airtime, it's a cost that you need to bear in mind. To get this to work, I need to give a month's promotion of it in various contexts. Well, that's a cost. You need to bear that in mind. Understand the cost, but understand the benefit. And in any evangelism, I think the key there is understanding the benefits in terms of whether you're going to do open cut mining or dig a deep mine shaft.
Okay, you're going to have to explain.
Yeah, so there's two ways you can search for opals. You can do it with open cut mining, find all the different possibilities of an opal seam and then run down it. Or you can invest all your energies into one mine shaft, find the seam and run along it. Now, I think evangelism's like that. You can do mission that's open cut, where you cast broadly to find the warm, interested, low fruit person who has been wondering about Christianity. That may not be a person any of you have friendship with, but open cut, profile broad, finding just the interested people. You can cast mission, though, as a mine shaft where you do intensive friendship evangelism. Now, lots of evangelism works effectively through friendships, but I've worked hard in a sports context for 15 years and had very little fruit. The church planter I hear who says, my strategy for mission is to become the coach of the local soccer team so that I can invest deeply in those relationships to see church grow, is in 10 years' time going to have the same size church. Because he might get one person, he might not. So you're digging a mine to find, and you might find the one person whose father becomes a Christian, whose mate you might find that. But it's unusual and rare. So better, I think, to be aware of your benefits in terms of, is this kind of evangelistic ministry going to do open cut work, or is it going to do deep mine work? Is it going to cultivate lots of mine shafts, or is it going to do the broadcast across? So marriage. There's a way to do the marriage course or the parenting course that's low cost. You get the expert in, you just provide the room, you do quick advertising. That can be low cost. High cost options. But you've also got ways of casting that to be open cut. So do I promote this marriage or parenting at the local school? If you're going to go that path, you're more likely to find the warm, low-fruit, interested person that you otherwise never would have connected with. If you've got great billboard access, these things are ways of doing open cut. Or you could choose to do it through the 30 people we've got and their friends. Well, you've now invested in lots of mine shafts. Being aware of which strategy you're using and the benefit you might gain from each is important. Last thing to add, whatever you do, if you're going to do those courses, understand cost benefit, understand how you're doing it, but then understand that it needs to be part of a 12-month program. So you don't just do a one-off parenting. You package the parenting event in the context of an annual program of mission, so you get the best return on its benefits.
So you're not just doing the course, but you're aiming to funnel the course into something else or a larger thing.
To think about all of that, where does this particular event fit on our comprehensive mission strategy? Are we just going to do one of these a year and just keep rolling with church? Well, you'll waste that event. Whereas if you do it in anticipating an evangelistic course like our life course or whatever, Christian Explained or something, then you'll get more bang for your buck. And if you then let that feed into a church preaching program that's particularly relevant, suddenly you're getting more traction from this one particular effort. So cost benefit, always working out those things. How to maximise benefit is crucial.